Next, we come to speed. But before we come to speed, let me come to uniform motion and non-uniform motion. When a body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, however small the time intervals may be, then the body is said to be in uniform motion. Clear, guys? So, when a body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, however small the time intervals may be, then the body is said to be in uniform motion. Whereas non-uniform motion when a body covers equal distance in unequal intervals of time or unequal distance in equal intervals of time or unequal distance in unequal intervals of time, then the body is said to be having non-uniform motion. Clear? So here are the definition of uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Children, please try to write down this as I am explaining it on the board, as you are understanding it. At the same time, please write them down in your notebook and follow. You read the textbook, then it will become more easy for you to understand. Now I will give you an example of distance and displacement. Okay? So now this is the example which I was telling you about, so that I can show you the difference between distance and displacement. Now here is a case. A body moves from A to B. The distance between A and B is 10 km. And then after that, the body returns to C, which is a distance of 4 km. Now distance travelled by the body from A to B, that is 10 km. Similarly, displacement of the body from A to B is also 10 km, but it is towards B. Towards B. So whenever I am saying displacement, direction is necessary. That is why I have written here towards B. Next, the body moves from A to B and then comes back to C. So here the total distance travelled by the body from A to C through B is 10 km plus 4 km, that is 14 km. Whereas the displacement of the body from A to C is 10 km plus, see here I have written, minus 4 km. Why? Because I am taking here the direction from A towards B as positive. That is why here no sign is given in front of 10 km, means it is positive. With this I am adding with a minus sign in front of 4 km. Why? Because now the body moves from B to C, which is in a direction opposite to that from A to B. Hence the direction is taken as negative. For that reason, this negative sign has been put in front of 4 km. So if you add this, it comes to 6 km and again towards C. Clear? Next we will start speed and velocity. Now what is speed? All of you know. Supposing in a race, all the boys are made to stand in a line and then the gun is fired and everybody starts running. So whoever reaches the end point at first, you will say he has moved with maximum speed. Means he has crossed that definite distance in the shortest time possible. So speed can be defined as the rate of change of distance. At what rate the distance is being changed. Clear? So speed is also a scalar quantity. Right? Now supposing I say now see, I have written here two statements. First is a car is moving at 40 km per hour. Next I have written a car is moving at 40 km per hour towards north. So what is the difference between two statements? The only difference is in the second statement I have written towards north. So here in the first statement I am mentioning the speed of the car. No direction is there, only the magnitude is there. Hence it is a scalar quantity. Whereas second one I have written a car is moving at 40 km per hour towards north. So here both magnitude as well as direction is mentioned. Hence it is a vector quantity. And then this is called as velocity. So velocity can be defined as the rate of change of displacement. Clear? So velocity is the rate of change of displacement, whereas speed is the rate of change of distance. Clear, children? So this is the basic difference between speed and velocity. Just like you saw some difference between distance and displacement, this is also the basic difference between speed and velocity. Now if I ask you that state three differences between distance and displacement, what will you say? First point you will say the definition. The distance is the total length of path traversed between the initial and the final position, whereas displacement is the shortest path between the initial and the final position. Second point of difference is distance is a scalar quantity. Second point in displacement is a vector quantity. Third point, distance is always positive. And third point in displacement will be displacement can be positive, negative or zero. Clear? So that is this difference between distance and displacement. Same way we can also say about the difference between speed and velocity. First point you will say the definition. What is speed? The rate of change of distance is called speed. What is velocity? That definition will say the rate of change of displacement is called velocity. Second point, speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Third difference, speed of a body is always positive and velocity of a body can be negative, it can be positive, both. So 3 points of difference between speed and velocity has been told. 3 points of difference between distance and displacement has been